Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome to Gashi Skyman TV. Yesterday, what we saw as we planned or prepare to lay Raila Modiga to rest is worth talking about because there were gaps and there were even some activities that were skipped because of inefficiencies. I want to highlight a number of things, according to me, which should have been done differently, other than the way they were done. Number one is about Ruto signing into law the computer misuse and cybercrime bill 2024. And according to that law now, because it's a law, anybody can force you to pull down a video and your channel can be brought down, fined Kenya shilling 20 million, or jailed for 10 years. This was actually not done at the right time, if you ask me. When we were mourning, or when we are mourning the people's president, and the president is signing this kind of controversial law, is actually inviting problems and challenges in court. And I'm asking myself, why was it done at this time? And the reason is obvious. Because the government was expecting a lot of resistance from maybe the youth, because they are the people who are actually on social media, and they are the one who are, and by the way, majority of people earn through the social media because there are no jobs. And therefore, when the government or when the president of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, signs such an important bill, when the country is mourning a man who was larger than life, Raila Modiga, respected internationally, is not in good faith and could have done differently. In fact, it could have waited, because you're asking, where is the urgency? Because you see, Raila Modiga is one person who would fight for democracy, who would fight for freedom, who would fight for justice, where people are free to express themselves in the best way they would do it. But now, we are mourning him, but it's ironical that such a bill can be signed into law at such a moment. So the timing is wrong. Number two thing that leaves a lot to be desired is lack of preparedness, or I don't know what they call it, whether it is negligence of duty or incompetence by the security apparatus, the intelligence. What we saw in Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, it is something that should not have happened. It seems that the government did not have the prior knowledge of the kind of reaction, emotional reaction, that would greet the arrival of Raila's casket. The intelligence apparatus were caught off guard. The intelligence apparatus were caught sleeping. And what we saw in Jomo Kenyatta is total chaos. Remember, this is something that is being watched all over the world. And this is a mark of incompetence, if you ask me. This is something that is going to leave a bad mark as far as the country is concerned. No wonder the British government give advisories to its citizens when they are going to various places. That was actually something that could have done better. Again, when you look at some activities were even skipped at JKIA, simply because the government was caught flat-footed by the mourners. You see, the president had to do some activities together with the military when the body arrived. But that thing was actually moved from the program and could not be done. And the other issue is about the Kasarani, the way they looked very unprepared. Everything looked like it is guesswork. It is not something that should have done this way. You can do it better. This Kenya is not a banana republic, and Raila Odinga does not deserve this kind of treatment. Remember, this is a state burial, and should be given the dignity, the pride that comes with Raila, the respect that comes with Raila, the preparedness. It's something that should have been done better. Again, that we lost a number of Kenyans through gunshots is also very, very painful and uncalled for. Because one question that we need to ask, who authorized the use of live bullets? And why use live bullets against innocent people who are mourning their hero, who are mourning their statesman, a country's best? Why kill them? Why add another death when Kenyans are mourning? This is bad. This should not be allowed. And this one also tells you that our security forces are incompetent. It tells us that when it comes to crowd management, they need to be trained. They need to go back to school and be trained how to handle crowd. Because no matter the magnitude, there are no chaos actually. People are not violent. People are not fighting. People are not demonstrating. People are just mourning. So what we need is skills on how to manage gatherings. And this is a major gap, if you ask me. The other thing is that today we are having people trooping to Nyayo Stadium. And I saw Akina Eugene trooping very early in the morning. And I think we expect the government to do better. And we are asking ourselves, if this is what is happening in Nairobi, what about in Kisumu? Are we going to lose more lives? Is the government prepared to manage the people in Kisumu? Although just a few people who enter the burial site, just a few, especially family members and very few people like Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and maybe the cabinet of William Samoei Ruto, and maybe foreign dignitaries and such. The fact that Jomo Kenyatta Stadium in Kisumu is where the people of Nyanza will view the body, I think we need to come up with a strategy that is going to take care of people's lives, that is going to show that Raila is an international person. Very clearly, Raila is the people's president. Very clearly, when Raila talked about of 10 million march, these were Raila's soldiers. These were Raila's foot soldiers. And one would ask would ask himself how Raila failed to win the elections with this kind of fanatical following. I don't see any other person now and in future having such kind of following. I don't see. Otherwise, let's see if the government is going to handle the situation better. It should have learned from yesterday's mistake, and repeating the mistake would be deliberate. In fact, if they repeat the mistakes that we saw yesterday, we can only say it is deliberate. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? And by the way, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. If you don't like our videos, please give the thumbs up. Always give the thumbs up. That's the way, one way of supporting this channel. You can also become a member. Click the join button. If you want to advertise here, you always leave our numbers here. If you have a property you're advertising, unalipa tu kitu kidogo. And we also offer other services which actually we discuss with our fans anytime we interact. Otherwise, have a restful day. Bye-bye.